As a Disney World family, we thought we knew Disney until we went to Disneyland. There are rides and lands here that you'll never experience in Florida, and a few instantly became our all-time favorites. Here are the ones that need to be at the top of your list. We had 3 days at Disneyland, and as Disney World regulars, we planned around the rides and lands that you can only find here. But once we got inside, we stopped checking boxes and just soaked in the history and magic of Walt's original park. And honestly, 3 days weren't enough. We wanted more time to re-ride our favorites, explore both parks at a slower pace, and really take in the details. So here's everything we think Disney World families should prioritize when visiting Disneyland. Fantasyland was one of our absolute favorite areas, not because it's new, but because it feels like stepping back into Disney history. This is the original Fantasyland. The storytelling, the design, the little mini lands tucked inside, it's charming in a way that's completely different from the Magic Kingdom. One ride we loved was Alice in Wonderland. The outdoor track, the caterpillar ride vehicles, the bright colors, it's whimsical, a little chaotic, and a total must-do for families. It's one of those attractions that just feels unmistakably Disneyland.
This is curious. This way. Okay. Rule 42. The queen will always win.
We also rode Casey Jr., and this one surprised us. It's simple, but the views of the storybook land miniatures are beautiful, especially from the higher track. You get a great overview of the details and storytelling that Disneyland is known for. And don't skip the Sleeping Beauty Castle walkthrough. It's short, but walking through the castle is something you can't do in Florida, and it adds a really magical touch to the whole land. There are so many Disneyland-only classics here in Fantasyland, like Pinocchio's Daring Journey. We don't have this one on the East Coast, and it's another great example of how Disneyland brings these storybook-style attractions to life. While it's a short ride, it's charming, and it fits perfectly into that original park atmosphere. From Fantasyland, we moved on to Adventureland, another place where Disneyland offers something completely different from Disney World, and the big reason to come here is Indiana Jones Adventure. This ride quickly became a family favorite. We rode it twice. The queue alone feels like a full experience, and the ride is intense in all the right ways. Disney World doesn't have anything quite like this yet. And if you enjoy attractions with big stories and big effects, this is a must-do. Right next to Adventureland is New Orleans Square, a land that only exists in Disneyland, and it's home to one of the best attractions in the park, the original Pirates of the Caribbean. This is the last ride that Walt Disney oversaw, and we couldn't miss it. This became the ride that our family had to ride over and over again. We rode this one 3 or 4 times, and it never got old. It's longer, more detailed, and there are 2 drops instead of 1, and the opening scene with the Blue Bayou is iconic. If you love pirates in Florida, you owe it to yourself to ride this one. We're heading over to Disney California Adventure for our next set of must-do experiences. And honestly, this is where the trip surprised us. We've all heard the jokes about California Adventure over the years, so our expectations weren't high, but we ended up loving this park. First up was a huge showstopper for our family, Cars Land. This land is immersive in a way that really surprised us. Walking down Route 66 feels like stepping right into the movie. And at night, when the neon lights come on, it becomes one of the most beautiful places in any Disney park. We're not even huge Cars people, and it still became one of those really special moments for us. Radiator Springs Racers is an absolute must-do. It's fast, it's fun, and thrilling in a way that Test Track just isn't. And the mix of the dark ride storytelling with the high-speed finale is really a lot of fun. If you're a Disney World family coming here for the first time, this should be on the top of your list.
I'm feeling a lot of love, man.
Luigi, give our friend your best.
It takes more than new tires to win a race.
Make this the most glorious race of your life.
Next is Adventures Campus, and it ended up being one of our favorite lands. The energy here is totally different from anything in Florida. During our visit, the entertainment felt constant, from Spider-Man's rooftop stunt show to meeting Doctor Strange and the Dora Milaje performing to characters just popping up all day. We rode web slingers twice. This is such a fun and competitive attraction, and we're a competitive bunch, so this was right up our alley. I was able to gain bragging rights for days, but really it's the constant character interactions that just make this land shine. Moving on to nighttime entertainment, World of Color is something you have to see at least once. If you've only experienced the East Coast shows, this is completely different. The way the water fountains, projection effects, and the music all work together is really special. You don't get anything like this in Florida. Over in Disneyland, watching fireworks over Sleeping Beauty Castle just felt personal. It's a smaller castle, but that's part of the charm. You just feel closer to the show. So here's the thing, 3 days really were just not enough. Not for us as Disney fans anyway, and not with how much there is to see and do in both parks. We didn't feel rushed in a stressful way, but we didn't feel like we had enough time to really re-ride all of our favorites or enjoy the atmosphere at a slower pace. If you're planning your first trip, we'd recommend a minimum of 4 days at Disneyland, especially since Disney California Adventure ended up exceeding our expectations in every way, and we ended up spending more time there than we anticipated. The food was incredible. Disneyland and California Adventure have such good snack, quick service, and full service options that we're making a whole separate video just about that. So here's a quick recap for Disney World families visiting Disneyland for the first time. Our must-do lands: Fantasyland, Adventureland, New Orleans Square, Cars Land, and Avengers Campus. Our must-do rides: Fantasyland. Yes, we'd recommend almost every single ride. We just didn't have enough time to do them all. Indiana Jones Adventure, Pirates of the Caribbean, Radiator Springs Racers, and Web Slingers. And if you can, give yourself more than 3 days. We definitely wanted to spend more time exploring at a slower pace. Let us know in the comments below, which Disneyland only ride or land are you most excited to visit? Be sure to check out our Disneyland playlist for more tips and tricks. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so that you know when the next adventure begins. And no matter where your next adventure takes you, we hope that you enjoy the journey. Bye now.